When you want to lose body fat, should you be tracking macros or calories? Actually, it's both, but sort of. You do need to be in a calorie deficit, but you want to make sure you're not shorting yourself on the protein. So to get an idea of how calories and macros work together with fat loss and what you need to look out for, think of your body as a bank. You want your checking account to be overdrawn. No, seriously, overdrawn would be the deficit. But you do have two savings accounts to draw from. One of them is your stored body fat. And body fat stored is just general calories that you can use for energy. That's the one we want to tap into when we're overdrawn. We want to pull from there. But the other savings account that people don't think about is your muscle. Your muscle is stored protein. So if you are in a deficit, if you're on a diet and you are not taking in enough protein and your body is looking for that protein, it's going to dip into your other savings account and start burning off your muscle. So how much protein do you need? My recommendation for women over 40 is that they shoot for 1 gram of protein per pound of lean mass that you have on your frame. There are people out there who recommend that you do 1 gram of protein per pound of scale weight. I don't recommend that for everybody because not everybody's lean. If you're already lean, then sure, that's going to be fine. But we're talking about fat loss here, so your scale weight is actually going to give you too much protein. You need to eat just enough protein for the parts of your body that need it, which is everything that isn't the stored fat. In this picture, I weighed about 200 pounds. My lean body mass at the time was around 90 pounds. So my daily protein goal would have been about 90 to 100 grams of protein a day. In this picture, I weighed about 130 pounds. My lean body mass was about 110 pounds. My daily protein goal at that time was actually higher than 110 grams because I was competing, and competing is really hard on the body. So if this was a 130 pound person with 110 pounds of lean mass, that would be the amount that I'd say you'd shoot for your daily goal. So you might be thinking, whoa, Tammy, how am I supposed to get 100 grams of protein in a day? Yeah, I get that. If you haven't been eating enough protein, it may seem like a lot, but I want you to put this in perspective. 100 grams of protein is only 400 calories, and you're eating way more than 400 calories each day, I hope. It's really coming down to a food choice thing. Pick the protein foods that you like, and then just spread them out over the course of your day. Once you have the protein piece set, that's the macros part. So now let's talk about the calories piece. You want to create a deficit, but you don't want the deficit to be huge. You want to lose your weight slowly. This is the best way to do it because our metabolism is very efficient to adapting to famine. So cut your intake of non-protein foods back a little bit, increase your activity a little bit. You want to have that deficit be between 200 and 500 calories. Again, the bank analogy, you're going to be overdrawing your account by 200 to 500. And at some point, you're going to need to make some changes. Continually cutting food out isn't really going to work. You may need to do a diet break. You may need to do refeeds. To get a better overview of how to set up an entire program for yourself, I have a free course. And in that course, I take a little bit more time than I can in a YouTube video to go over the macros and what they do for us. I talk a little bit about lifting, and I talk about how to stay motivated while you're doing all of this. Here's a video about diet breaks too.